The weekend is here. And for me, I have an extra day. What will we do? Originally, we planned to meet Haley and Jess in Bryson City to pick up a new playboat they helped us get from Alabama to North Carolina, and then paddle down a river or two. Unfortunately, life got in the way with Haley having to work late, so while they weren't able to come up, mountain kayaking, it's a pretty strong draw. So we still made the trip. 5.5 hours later, we find ourselves among the Smoky Mountains, driving down Highway 74 headed into Bryson City, with the Smoky Mountain Meadows campground in our sights. All right, we have arrived. We are at Smoky Mountain Meadows campground. This is the same place we were at for the week of rivers. We rented a cabin this time instead of doing the tent. Advantage air conditioning. So we're getting unpacked, checking the place out. We haven't had lunch yet, so we stopped at Ingles on the way in, picked up some wings. Gonna heat them up. But I think we got some pretty sweet digs. As you can see, there's really not a whole lot of people here. I think we're beginning to get into the off season for the campground. We haven't figured out what we're going to do for the rest of the afternoon, but I'm sure we will in due time. Say hi, Bonnie.
Hi, welcome to our little cabin.
As you can see, nothing spectacular.
But we won't burn
Well,
up.
we've got air conditioning. We've got a refrigerator. Not that we're going to use it, but we've got a fireplace. After having a little lunch and deciding what to do for the afternoon, we headed west. We've kayaked down the Nantahala River a few times, but only through the gorge. So we wanted to see what all the talk is about for the upper end of the Cascades. A short drive up 74 past Patton's Run, and we start seeing a series of whitewater features. So we find a few places to pull off and watch as a few kayakers make their way down. We're just out here watching a few people come down. I have no idea what the feature names are. This is our first time down through this area. But it looks to be pretty shallow, kind of quick. There's been a few swimmers along the way that we've seen already. Doesn't seem to be too kind to those that do swim. But yeah, it's got a good push to it. We're trying to find the Cascades. We just asked a group of kayakers of exactly where it is. And we go up, we hit 2 bridges, and it should be up here. They said you can see it from the road. Ended up that a couple of our regular paddling friends had decided to run the Upper Nantahala the same day, and by chance, we saw them just after the put-in. Adam Davis and Jamie Lewis passed by as we were filming, so we grabbed a few frames for posterity. Making our way further up, we reach the bridge where the Upper Nanny begins and the Cascades end. As you can see, it's a pretty popular spot when the dam is releasing. Just below the bridge is a concrete stair set that leads down to the put-in. Since this is our first time, we decided to check things out for when we decide to run the upper. The Cascades, well, they're a little above our skill level at the moment, but that doesn't mean we can't scout and get beta for the one day when the stars align and we decide to send it. Yeah. Alright, so we finally made our way up to the Cascades, and it's certainly living up to its name. I've seen a few people coming through it already, waiting to see if we can see some more. Nature provides many awe-inspiring views. The Grand Canyons, the Alaskan wilderness, and right here in North Carolina, the Great Smoky Mountains. Watching water drop in elevation along a jagged path of rocks, boulders, waterfalls, bears likeness to a finely tuned symphony in complete harmony. Seeing brightly colored plastic boats navigate the waters may at first seem out of place. But when you understand what we see from the seat, the one-on-one bonding with the surroundings, the unique perspective you can only get from being in the flow, feeling the push that comes from somewhere much bigger than you, do you begin to see that a plastic boat with only a paddle to navigate and your raw abilities leading the way, realizing those small boats represent freedom and that nature is merely calling you to grab life by the horns and give it a try. After having visited the Cascades and the Upper Nanny, we decided it was time to head back down and drop by the NOC for a bite to eat. On the way out, we stopped at the takeout for the Upper Nanny and ran into Adam, Jamie, and the Spire family, Guy, Tashina, and Evan. We didn't know it at the time, but they rented the cabin next to ours at Smoky Mountain Meadows. A very cryptic "Hey neighbors" text earlier in the day made much more sense now. As we made our way, Bonnie was really looking forward to a steak sandwich. But to our disappointment, by the time we arrived, the River's End restaurant had just closed. Time for Plan B, and head over to the Big Wesser Riverside Pub.
I think I'm going to do the chili cheeseburger.
And you get 2 sides. They have a mac and cheese burger.
What are you going to get, Evan?
I got that last time.
And? Or is it just mac and cheese?
Probably just mac and cheese.
It's like your kid.
Can't have any vegetables. Why do we want vegetables?
Nothing green. Nothing green.
After enjoying dinner on the water, we all headed for camp. Adam and Jamie were camping also, so they brought their gear over and set up between the cabins. The camp firewood, well, it was a bit green and took quite a bit of coaxing to get it to light. But after it got going, the smell of s'mores and fireside stories filled the evening air. Tomorrow, we paddle the Tuckasegee River, with Tashina making her PFD and a ducky.
Say hello, Evan.
Hi.
This is how Evan Spire looks like.
Bedhead.
7:28 in the morning. I saw you out here stirring up the fire, or at least trying to.
Yeah.
Yeah. Ready to do some paddling today?
Yeah.
Do it.
Alright. I'll go play first and quick. But they might not know, they might be wet. Yeah, I like it, Have you seen Jamie at all? The only time you drop your head, you have a hole.
Yeah. I wasn't trying. I never saw him come in. He was probably just doing a bunch of things.
Yeah, I wish I got that.
Yeah, he's pretty cool dude.
Oh, that was mine.
We sleep in a queen.
It's like a
we're
single.
even like a queen is pushing it right now, but we got there.
It's like
we're
a single bed, isn't it?
There's enough room for it. I don't know. Anyway, it was fun.
You tried.
Dad was like,
bed hog.
"And what's more important, your
That's
life
Laura,
or
this
mine? Mine." Dad,
I was like, all right. Maybe here in the next few months before it goes to dry suit season again, I might get it.
He tried to get me to roll that Prion. When we were doing the Yadkin
Yeah.
River. I was like, I'm looking around, I see about 20 cameras.
Don't do it. I made that
I'm
mistake.
like, no, I ain't doing it.
That's because of rock star when I
That'd
tried to
be
roll that.
very easy to roll.
Leg out. They're
Yeah, I
like,
mean,
how
I'm
do
going
you
to
get your
try
leg
it,
out,
but I'm not going to do
Jamie?
it from 20
you see the rock
cameras.
star for me?
That's,
14-foot boat.
Yeah.
That'd be other ones.
The longer the
I
boat
don't
is,
know,
the easier it
but,
is.
Jerry and people always said you
I'm
could
going to find out. My hip pads and everything are not right enough. I've got to get all that straight.
After an easy morning around the campfire, we roll out for breakfast at the Huddle House in Dillsboro. Getting a good start sets the tone for a great day on the Tuck.
Mr. Adam Davis, working on his new boat. Nice little green Antics 2.0, unscathed, unscraped.
That's about to change.
That's about to change.
Yeah, after I signed with Jackson, they just gave it to me because my Bald River video and winning the Kibler race, it generated sales, and such a spike, they just decided to give back, and this is what they did for me. So
Yeah, I heard they let go. I heard they let Dane go and brought you
yeah,
on.
I'm his replacement. Yeah.
Okay. All right.
Bonnie, myself, Adam, Jamie, and Evan put in at the C.J. Harris Boating Access, while Guy and Tashina head up to the Dillsboro River Company to rent a ducky for Tashina's personal first descent. The 5 of us wanted to take the Dillsboro Drop, which is an old lowhead dam that has been breached in a couple of places, that provides a nice Class 3 hole at the right level.
You okay? If you hold this? Well, hold on. I'll get up here with rocks. Get your nose up on it. There we go. All right. Laurel bush. Careful.
Sharing warm sunshine, blue skies, and cool water with a group of friends. It doesn't get much better. Tashina is doing really well in her ducky, and I can tell she is enjoying it as much as the rest of us. The Tuckasegee isn't a difficult river, but it can get pushy during high water levels. This isn't one of those days, but it still has a lot to offer. We approach one of the marquee features, of which is digitally recorded by tuckshot.com. First hole and second hole, where you better keep your edges up or you'll be eye to eye with the fishes.
Just punch it.
I did to the back of your bait.
Yep. Take it right down the middle. Just find that big tongue and just ride it right on through it. Having fun?
Huh?
Watch out for rocks. No big deal. Yeah. It's just a bunch of... Yeah, it's just boogie water. Just blow right on over it. Push! Just stick your paddle forward and push yourself backwards. There you go. Just ride it over. That really wasn't the place I was talking about. All right. No, stay leaning that way. I'll come. Hold on. Is that it? I don't know how deep it is.
There's a rock along the way where many boaters stop and take a plunge. If it has a name, it's unbeknownst to me. During the week of rivers, we saw someone do a backflip from the rock, and I know Haley, Jess, and Jamie have jumped. Now, Guy and Bonnie want in on the action.
Next.
Did you touch bottom?
No. That's cold. It's very cold. It's very cold.
3, 2,
No.
ice.
Woo! Yeah, Bonnie. There you go.
There's an order back there. I don't see it. There's an actual order back there. There's an order back there.
Punched right through that. That was nice. It is. That's got a strong little push to it.
Yeah, yeah. You see those two turkeys fly across?
No.
I'm still want to get inside. Because I got to see
We didn't tell her what was going to happen. She followed Jamie. She said probably she'll he'll 10 times.
You're still upright, aren't you?
I am.
I'll let her down.
You did good.
This is a good concentrated one.
Yep. Good job.
Our 5-mile paddle ends at the Barkers Creek access, but the fun that was had and the memories made will continue on.
What took you guys so long?
I hear you.
Look who's all cocky and arrogant now.
One trip and she's a know-it-all.
Yeah, not remotely.
To Sheena, she finally had a chance to experience what Guy and Evan are such avid fans of, and she did fantastic. While the water was less than what many would want, it made for an adventurous introduction into whitewater. Whether you're in a ducky or a kayak, time on the water beats a dry day every time. Support the B&A Adventures YouTube channel and never miss a video drop by hitting that subscribe button.